GHAZIABAD Nagar Nigam, our distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Uma Singh, Senior Technical Director, University of Manitoba, Session Chairs, CA Dr. Rakesh Hariaji, General Secretary, IMS GHAZIABAD Group of Institutions, Mr. S.K. Tiwari, President, GMA, and General Manager, Godfrey Phillips India Limited, kindly join us on the dais, sir. And Mr. Rahul Akbar, Executive Director, GHAZIABAD Management Association. Can we have a round of applause for this august congregation leaders? Dear friends, it has been rightly said, true leadership is not just about creating impact, it is about igniting purpose. One such purpose-driven leader is our eminent chief guest, Shri Validictory Session, Honorable Municipal Commissioner of GHAZIABAD Nagar Nigam. Can we have a huge round of applause for sir? We request Mr. S.K. Tiwari to kindly present a welcome sapling to Validictory sir. Thank you so much, sir, for making it possible to join us today. Who takes a complex thing and makes it look simple. One such personality is our distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Uma Singh, Senior Technical Director, University of Manitoba. Can we have a round of applause for ma'am? We request Dr. Madhu Gupta to welcome Dr. Uma Singh with a planter. Ma'am, please. Welcome, ma'am. Blazer present amongst us is none other than Dr. Rakesh Hariaji, sir, General Secretary, IMS GHAZIABAD Group of Institutions. We request Mr. Umang Gupta to present a welcome sapling to sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us in today's convention. Thank you, Mr. Leader. In both education and business, serving in several prestigious roles, including Managing Trustee of IMS GHAZIABAD Group of Institutions, Managing Director of GHAZIABAD Group of Companies, and National Council Member of All India Management Association. Sir is also an executive member of Education Promotion Society for India and Uttar Pradesh Technical Institutional Federation. Sir has been awarded with numerous awards and accolades for his multiple initiatives, such as the Best Edupreneur of the Year, Changemaker of the Year, Rashtriya Shiksha Ratri, and Best Educationist. These prestigious awards have been presented by renowned organizations like ASSOCHAM, CEGR, GESS, and Skilltree Knowledge Consortium. He has received the Award of Honor for Excellence in Promotion of Higher Education bestowed by Honorable Senior Judges of the Supreme Court of India, Shri Ashok Bhushanji, and Honorable Judge of Allahabad High Court, Shri Ashok Kumar. A renowned chartered accountant practicing since 1987, Dr. Charya also holds a PhD in Financial Management. His visionary leadership and unwavering dedication to education and business has made him a highly respected mentor and a transformational leader, inspiring and shaping future generations. We are indeed honored to have you with us today, sir. I now request you to kindly introduce our eminent guest and take the session forward.
Thank you, Mrs. Madhu, your permanent embassy of GMA Annual Convention. Now, this is a valedictory session. And valedictory session is a very crucial session because the chair of the valedictory session has to manage the time, manage the lunch, and manage the awards also. बीच में चीफ गेस्ट विक्रमादित्य सिंह मलिक जी हैं, ही इज म्यूनसिपल कमिश्नर। एंड आपको ये मालूम होगा कि आज गाजियाबाद में यूपी के टाइगर भी आए हुए हैं, हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर, और कल डिप्टी टाइगर आने वाले हैं, डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर, और असीम अरुण जो कि यहाँ के डेजिग्नेटेड मिनिस्टर हैं, ही इज़ ऑल्सो इन द सिटी। और उसके बीच में कमिश्नर का इस प्रोग्राम में आना, आई एम रियली थैंकफुल। थैंक यू। इंडिया इज एम्ब्रेसिंग फ्यूचर। We are committed to become a developed country by 2047, and this is a commitment each and every citizen of India is taken with the Prime Minister of India, respected Modi. But the course of action, planning has changed post-COVID. Then especially the planning has changed post Donald Trump era. If I will say Donald Trump की जगह मैकडोनाल्ड ट्रम्प, उसमें कोई गलत नहीं होगा, बिकॉज उनके कोई कमिटमेंट की वैल्यू नहीं है, जो कि आम पब्लिक को पता चल गया। Sometimes he takes the decision, next day he changes his decision. Tariff is a tool, और उससे पूरे वर्ल्ड की इकोनॉमी हिल जाती है। But we are committed, and post-COVID we have shown that India will be a superpower in this century. Will be. And you will not leave each and every Indian. Earlier we used to say we are Indian because we live in India, because we are born in India. But now we say that we are Indian because India lives in us. Now we are true Indian because we have seen post-COVID, post-Pahalgam episode, post-Donald Trump era, that India किसी के सामने झुकने वाला नहीं है. And regarding this topic and this session's theme, happiness and health for better tomorrow, I would like to add in this: need plus health leads to happiness. Need is a big thing. इस हॉल में मोस्ट ऑफ द जो ऑडियंस हैं वो 50 प्लस की मुझे दिखाई दे रही है, स्टूडेंट्स भी हैं, बट स्टूडेंट्स विल हैव टू टेक द इंस्पिरेशन फ्रॉम व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू से. हाउ नीड चेंजेस द हेल्थ एंड हैप्पीनेस. आज हम 2025 में हैं. इफ आई गो इन द एरा ऑफ 1970, 1960, जब हम पैदा हुए थे, 50 प्लस वाले एरा के लोग, तो ये जो जनरेशन है, दिस 50 प्लस वाली जनरेशन, इसने जो देखा अपने जीवन काल में, ये जो पीढ़ी है, ये जो जनरेशन है, वो आगे कोई जनरेशन नहीं देखेगी. हमने बैलगाड़ी का भी एरा देखा और अब सुपरफोनिक जेट्स का भी एरा देखा. हमने वो एरा देखा जब एक कॉल कलकत्ता या बॉम्बे कहीं करनी होती थी तो हमें ट्रेन कॉल बुक कराना होता था और वो 3-4 घंटे के बाद लाइन कनेक्ट करते थे. और फिर हमने 5G का भी एरा देखा. हमने एम्बेसडर कार का केवल एरा देखा जब हिंदुस्तान में केवल एम्बेसडर और फिएट हुआ करती थी, और आज रोल्स रॉयस जो वर्ल्ड की कार है, बेस्ट कार, दैट इज अवेलेबल. हमने वो एरा भी देखा जब हम लैंटर्न की रोशनी में पढ़ा करते थे और स्कॉलर बना करते थे लोग, और आज एसी, कूलर, अगर 10 मिनट के लिए लाइट चली जाती है तो बच्चों को थोड़ा जाती है. वो कहते हैं कि हाउ वी विल स्टडी. हम वो भी एरा देख रहे हैं. हमने वो एरा भी देखा जब हम छत पे पानी का छिड़काव करके सफेद चादर बिछा के और सो जाते थे और सुबह से पहले नींद नहीं खुलती थी. और आज वो एरा है जब दवाई लेके सोना पड़ता है। तो नीड चेंज हो रही है और इससे हेल्थ भी इफेक्ट हो रहा है। वाई? पहले हम मेहनत करते थे और ऑर्गेनिक रूप से मेहनत करते थे। ये नहीं कि हम मेहनत कर रहे हैं इसलिए मेहनत कर रहे हैं, हर चीज में मेहनत इन्वॉल्व थी। मैं अपना एग्जांपल, मैं जब सीए कर रहा था, घर से 6 किलोमीटर साइकिल चला के जाता था, स्टेशन पे साइकिल खड़ी करके ईएमयू ट्रेन में दिल्ली जाता था, इंटर्नशिप करता था। फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में सीए हुआ। लेकिन आजकल के बच्चे, उन्हें अगर हम कह दें कि आपको सीए करना है, उन्हें पहले दिन बाइक चाहिए। हम कहते हैं कि नहीं, बाइक इज नॉट सेफ, तो उन्हें कार चाहिए। दिस इज चेंज ऑफ नीड। और पहले की जो नीड थी उससे हमारी हेल्थ अपने आप ही ठीक रहती थी। हम खुली हवा में सोते थे, हम मेहनत करके हर चीज पाते थे। आज हमें हर वो चीज जो हम पहले ऑर्गेनिक रूप से करते थे, आज हमें वो परचेज करना होता है। कैसे? पहले फिजिकल लेबर अपने आप होती थी, आज हमें पावर योगा करने के लिए हमें फीस देनी होती है। पहले हम ये सब चीज करके हम वैसे खुश हो जाते थे, हंसते थे, फैमिली के साथ टाइम देते। हमें लाफिंग योगा के लिए फीस देनी होती है, हमें उसके लिए अलग से टाइम निकालना पड़ता है। दैट इज आर्टिफिशियल हंसी। पहले ऑर्गेनिक हंसी हुआ करती थी। और उन सब ऑर्गेनिक फिजिकल लेबर और खुशी से जो हमें हैप्पीनेस मिलती थी, वो रियल हैप्पीनेस होती थी। आज के दिन सब दिखावटी हंसी है। हम हंसी को, खुशी को परचेज करते हैं। हम स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी में जाते हैं, वहां खुल के हंसते हैं, क्योंकि हम फैमिली वालों के साथ नहीं हंसते। हमारे पास टाइम ही नहीं है। टाइम विदाउट, बिजी विदाउट वर्क। एक एग्जांपल देता हूं, यहाँ पे टीचर्स भी बैठी हुई हैं। अगर आजकल के स्टूडेंट्स को या आजकल के हम अपने बच्चों को कहते हैं कि ये डिक्टेशन ले लो, तो वो मोबाइल पे करके और करते रहते हैं। इट इज वेरी इरिटेटिंग। पूरा हम ले रहे हैं डिक्टेशन, वो उसी में कंफर्टेबल है। इंटरपर्सनल रिलेशनशिप खत्म हो रही है। दैट लीड्स टू मेंटल स्ट्रेस। हैप्पीनेस हम खोते जा रहे हैं। तो इस हैप्पीनेस और हेल्थ, इट इज डायरेक्टली लिंक्ड विद आवर नीड। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि हमें जो मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजिकल जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट है यूज नहीं करना चाहिए। नो, यूज करें। आप मोबाइल यूज करें, आप इंस्टा यूज करें, आप व्हाट्सएप यूज करें, सब करें। बट यू विल हैव टू मेक द बैलेंस। यू विल हैव टू मेक द बैलेंस। आपको आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बिल्कुल करना चाहिए, अदरवाइज हमारी ग्रोथ रुक जाएगी। बट यू विल हैव टू मेक द बैलेंस। आपको एक लाइन खींचनी पड़ेगी। उस चीज का आप यूज अपने बिजनेस में कीजिए, अपनी ग्रोथ में कीजिए, बट जहां पे आपकी पर्सनल लाइफ है, जिससे आपको हैप्पीनेस मिलती है, जिससे आपका हेल्थ इफेक्ट होता है, वहां पे आप उसे मत कीजिए। पर्सनल लाइफ में इंटरपर्सनल रिलेशनशिप जरूर होनी चाहिए। आप ये देखिए, वी इंडियन हैव इन्वेंटेड जीरो, बट वी हैव फॉरगॉटन how to make zero WhatsApp, zero email during our family time. हम भूल गए happiness is homemade and we find that happiness in 5-star hotel by spending money. We'll have to change our thinking process, and I will strongly tell to all the student community who is sitting in the backside, change. If we will not change, हम इस टेक्नोलॉजी के गुलाम हो जाएंगे। देन टेक्नोलॉजी हमें कवर करेगी। आज अगर हम इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस में देखें, स्टूडेंट्स को केवल एक भूत सवार है, कंप्यूटर साइंस, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, मशीन लर्निंग। Nobody is taker, very few are taker for mechanical engineering, for electrical engineering. These are the poor engineering. क्यों? क्योंकि एक फ्लो चल रहा है कि करियर है तो केवल कंप्यूटर साइंस में। दिस इज वेरी शॉर्ट टर्म, वेरी शॉर्ट टर्म। और इस पहलगाम अटैक ने हमें एक चीज और सिखा दिया। हमारे जितने भी फॉरेन अब्रॉड की जो रिलेशनशिप है, हम उसको मेंटेन करें। लेकिन आप ये देखिए, जब ये आपका वॉर, सो कॉल्ड वॉर जो हुआ इंडिया पाकिस्तान में, पाकिस्तान के साथ चाइना खड़ा हो गया खुल के, पाकिस्तान के साथ आपका टर्की खड़ा हो गया, और भी कंट्रीज खुल के खड़े हो गए, आर्म्स भेजने चालू कर दिए। इंडिया के साथ कोई कंट्री खड़ा नहीं हुआ खुल के। मैं भूल गया कि स्पीच इन्हें देनी है, या मैं यहीं पे अपना जो वाक्यांश है वो यहीं पे मैं बंद करता हूँ। और ये लंबा बड़ा वो है टॉपिक, और किसी टाइम पे इसको डिस्कस करेंगे। और आज हमारे बीच में हमारे म्युनिसिपल कमिश्नर गाजियाबाद के विक्रमादित्य मलिक जी हैं। If I will say, he is the most handsome and dynamic IAS officer of UP. We have Dr. Uma Singh ji. She is a doctor by profession, and she is doing fantastic work in the area of health of the women and cancer area में। इस सेशन को कट शॉर्ट कर रहे हैं। मैं सबसे पहले विक्रमादित्य मलिक जी के बारे में आपको बताना चाहूँगा। ही इज an IAS officer of 2018 batch from UP. By profession, he is a law graduate and postgraduate, and he was working in a law firm. But suddenly he realized that I should connect directly with the public and resolve the problems of the public. He passed IAS exam and he has come to the civil service. He is inspired by Mahendra Singh Dhoni ji in working and thinking process. Since he joined as a commissioner of Nagar Nigam GHAZIABAD, he has made tremendous changes. He has made the system of all the minute things, taxation billing, payment collection, जितने भी लैंड लोगों ने कब्जा रखे थे उन सबको वापस लेना, क्रोचमेंट, क्वालिटी ऑफ द रोड्स। सो मतलब हर फील्ड में he has done tremendous work. और इनकी खास बात है, मैं इनसे अभी जब वो बैठे हुए थे मैं कह रहा था कि किसी को मैंने ये कहते नहीं सुना कि इन्हें कभी भी गुस्सा आया, कभी भी हाइपर हुए किसी भी टॉपिक पे। ही इज ऑलवेज कूल एंड ही इज जस्ट डूइंग हिज वर्क, एंड ही इन्हें मजा आता है चैलेंजेस एक्सेप्ट करके और उसको प्रॉपर वे में, सिक्स सिग्मा वे से एग्जीक्यूट करने में। अगर मैं इनके लिए कहूँ साहिल के सुकून से इन्हें इनकार नहीं, साहिल के सुकून से इन्हें इनकार नहीं, पर तूफानों से कश्ती निकालने का मजा ही कुछ और। और आप ये देखिए, जो एक कहा है किसी ने, जिन्हें सपने देखने का शौक होता है उनके लिए रात बहुत बड़ी होती है, और जिन्हें सपने पूरे करने का शौक होता है उनके लिए दिन बहुत बड़ा होता है। और आप ये देखिए, आज हमारे सीएम, डिप्टी सीएम कल आने हैं, सीएम गाजियाबाद में हैं, एंड ही हैज सेलेक्टेड टू कम टू दिस प्रोग्राम बिकॉज ही नोज दैट वी हैव 1000 कॉर्पोरेट मेंबर, we have 2000 heads, and we have power to influence minimum 35,000 families, and whatever is his vision, उस विजन को accomplish करने में जीए में जोर लगा देगा अगर ये अपनी बात यहाँ पे हम तक पहुँचा देते हैं। तो मलिक साहब, मैं आपसे गुजारिश करूँगा, आप आके प्लीज। Respected
fellow guests on the stage, Charya ji, Dr. Madam, Tiwari ji, Agarwal ji, and all participants of this conclave. First of all, a big thank you for inviting me to this stage and helping me share a few thoughts that I have. Although थोड़ी सी मेरे साथ ज़्यादती हुई है, ज़्यादती ये हुई है कि the topic on which I have to speak, sustainability, health and happiness, ये जब मैं 10-15 मिनट पहले यहाँ आया मुझे टॉपिक यहीं पे बताया गया एंड जैसे हर किसी सब्सिक्वेंट स्पीकर के साथ ज़्यादती होती है, अगर पहला स्पीकर सब भूल जाएगा तो मैं वहाँ बैठे सोच रहा था कि अच्छा मैं ये बोलूँगा बट एवरीथिंग वाज mentioned by Charya ji. So I can only say that the students of ABS are blessed to have a scholar and a visionary like Charya ji because they are in good hands. Sorry, IMS. मैं तो ये मानता हूँ हमारी पांचों यूनिवर्सिटीज में आप ही का हाथ है, जो मुझे बताया गया है जितने 5 कॉलेजेस हैं गाजियाबाद में सब में किसी न किसी तरीके से Charya जी जुड़े हैं, तो IMS तो है ही, but the other ones also. See, we are on two ends of the spectrum. We have a country like Bhutan, जहाँ पे apparently the happiness index is the highest in the world. But do we ever question ourselves or question Bhutan's socio-economic paradigm, that what is the cost that they have paid to be the happiest country in the world? Is that cost at the sake of development? Is that cost at the stake of slowed down development or balanced development? That is one end of the spectrum. We have a paradox today. कई paradoxes Charya ji ने बताए. But if you think about it, over the years, for development, for urbanization, हमने green spaces कम किए. And now that we have realized that those were actually our lungs and we were cutting down our lungs, I as municipal commissioner would stand here and take credit कि हमने 16 जगह गाजियाबाद में मियावाकी plantation किया, where 350,000 trees have attained a height of more than 6-7 feet. But is that really an achievement? Is something that we have to question ourselves. In every sphere, whether it is, we spoke about plantation, urbanization. Nowadays we're running, in leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, our Honorable Chief Minister, we're running a movement called Eat Right movement. I am not Gen Z, I am not the latest generation, but I am also not as wise and aged as Charya ji, so I am somewhere in the middle. But I have seen that day when earlier in 90s we used to go back to our nani dadis and they used to tell us कि घी खाओ, दूध पियो, मक्खन खाओ. In the middle 15 years, we moved away from all of this. And now there is an Eat Right movement where we are saying going back to basics, going back to a healthy living. And अब घी कोलेस्ट्रॉल कर रहा था, अब वही healthy हो गया और लोग सुबह उठ के घी कॉफी का शॉट पीते हैं. And all actors, actresses are promoting this. Something that was a part of our tradition, culture since decades, years, centuries. हर तरह से आप देखो. We adopted the use of diesel. Now we are moving to a diesel-free mode of transport. We adopted modern medicine. Sorry, ma'am, but we adopted modern medicine, and now our Honorable Prime Minister is saying promote Ayurveda. और medicines भी जो हैं generic medicines पे जाओ, because there is a commercial mandate behind modern medicines. And now finally coming to a topic where I as municipal commissioner I am hugely invested. We have never thought about our waste, the waste that we generate. Another paradox. back in the day, villages में there was no method of managing waste. Why? Because whatever waste was generated was actually organic waste, which is man-made waste. तो हर गांव की एंट्री पे एक छोटी सी जमीन होती थी जिसको खाद के गड्ढे बोलते थे। ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट कंपोस्ट बनता था और वो खाद यूज होता था। This was the kind of waste that we used to have, and now we have plastic. Forget urban landscape, plastic has reached the villages, and now we are constructing RRC centers in villages, resource recovery centers, so as we call them. और वहाँ पे हम प्लास्टिक की छटाई करके उसको प्रोसेस कर रहे हैं. So that is another paradox. So now we have our latest movement, again led by the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable Chief Minister, which is RRR, reduce, reuse and recycle. अब हमने ये कॉल दिया रिसाइकल. बैक इन द डे आपको भी पता है, एक अगर कोई शर्ट आती थी तो पहले उसको फादर पहनते थे, फिर उसको बड़े भाई पहनते थे, फिर उसको छोटा भाई या बहन पहनती थी, फिर उसको टुकड़े फाड़ के कोई पूना बनता था, कोई पोछा बनता था. That was reuse and recycle. We have cities like Indore, which is now the level of achievement that they're trying to reach is that, okay, the calculation is that there is, in terms of waste generation, 450 grams of waste, solid waste per person per day. And they're claiming that through adoption of RRR and public involvement, the amount of waste generated per person per day has come down to 411 grams. So you have actually prevented that extra 39 grams of waste from going into the landfills, which is your contribution. And इसी तरह एक जन भागीदारी हो गई है. Why are all these issues important? These issues are important because ultimately we're talking about sustainability and we're talking about healthy living. Ask yourselves a question. Majority of you would be living in cities like Delhi, Noida, GHAZIABAD. I'm sure November, December, every year you're crossing NCR because of the status of air pollution and how many years it has cut short from your life or your kid's life. There are lifestyle diseases that everyone's having. Kids are getting asthma nowadays. And the reason is because of the level of air pollution. Now we give examples. The answer to that is, of course, that every country, while it is being developed, goes through a cycle of development which has a lot of things that come along with it, which we have to account for, budget for. अब लोग ये बताते हैं कि 1952 में the Great London Smog हुई. उस टाइम पे जब यूके इतना इंडस्ट्रियलाइज हो रहा था तो this was the cost that they also had to pay. And now you have clean air in the UK because that cycle is complete. Primary to secondary to tertiary services sector pe that transition has happened. Manufacturing has moved out to outer areas where it should be. Planned development has happened. What are we as a corporation doing to make living better? We talk about parks, open spaces. Are we giving enough spaces to our kids to have a happy and healthy life? हमने parks में open gym लगा दिया. And जो latest technology है कि भाई आप अपना body weight use करके जो exercise करोगे, that is the most sustainable kind of exercise that you should do. Depend for a person weighing 50 kilos also, 100 kilos also. तो हमने open gyms लगा दिए. But have we created that environment where we are talking about happiness and a healthy living? That is something that we have to strive for. And we cannot say that this is only the government's responsibility. The government alone cannot do it. Without your support, your kids' support. Abhi humne recently, I don't know if you guys know or how many of you know, हमने sustainability को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए we realize that जो solid waste management है उसको अगर better करना है तो घर घर तक ये मैसेज पहुंचाना है कि आप सेग्रीगेशन करिए. So what we did was we drafted a book with the help of experts. That book is called Swachh Mohalla Squad. The idea was that in every mohalla we create a squad of kids who have enough information about solid waste management and waste management in general. This was one part of happy healthy living or sustainability if you want to call it. तो हमने कहा नहीं, इस बार हम ऐसे नहीं करेंगे जैसे नॉर्मली गवर्नमेंट में होता है कि हमने बुक बनाई, छपाई और स्कूलों में बांट दी कि अब आप पढ़ाओ. This time we'll do a scientific analysis. तो हमने 100 स्कूल्स गाजियाबाद के चिन्हित किए, 50 गवर्नमेंट 50 प्राइवेट. उसमें क्लासेस 6 to 8 के एवरी स्कूल के 50 बच्चों का बेसलाइन टेस्ट किया बिफोर इंटरवेंशन. एंड वी सॉ कि अभी बच्चों को वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट पे, और उसमें इट वाजंट जस्ट वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट, इट वाज अबाउट सस्टेनेबिलिटी, अबाउट रीयूज, रिसाइकल, जनरल थिंग्स अबाउट एक्सरसाइज, फिटनेस, हेल्दी ईटिंग. तो हमने 30 क्वेश्चंस का एक क्वेश्चनर बनाया और 5000 स्टूडेंट्स इन गाजियाबाद का टेस्ट किया. एंड then that book that we prepared, we did 2 rounds of teacher trainings. 300 टीचर्स को हमने पढ़ाया, एक बारी फिजिकली अपने ऑडिटोरियम में बुला के, एक बारी ऑनलाइन. And then we asked those teachers to teach that to 40,000 students in the city for over 20 days with double revisions. And जो initially 5000 बच्चों का हमने टेस्ट लिया था, वो फिर से उन्हीं 5000 बच्चों का हमने एक महीने बाद फिर टेस्ट किया. This intervention was inaugurated by the Honorable Chief Secretary of UP, and we saw that there was a 5% rise in their knowledge as to what is good and what is not good for them. We even saw, हमारे पास ये भी डेटा आया कि जो हमारी बच्चियां हैं, their learning levels were higher than boys. Private schools were slightly better than government schools. Only slightly. Classes 7th and 8th outperformed classes 6. So obviously we know what is the age where we should target intervention also. But the ultimate objective was कि अगर हम ये 4-5 चीजें, साफ खाना, साफ रहना, वेस्ट को कम करना, एक्सरसाइज करना, फिट रहना, अगर हम 40,000 बच्चों को बताएंगे और पढ़ाएंगे, तो वो 40,000 बच्चे आप लोगों के ही बच्चे हैं. They might bring that change in you and in society at large. So ultimately we have to see, there are professors, doctors like ma'am, there are different kinds of research and studies that they'll put before you. But ultimately what we have to see is what is our contribution. Way back in the 20th century, Swami Dayanand Saraswati ji ने एक कॉल दिया था, back to the Vedas. आज के दिन में हम एक कॉल दे रहे हैं, back to basics. Why? Because now we have realized that Indian culture और heritage में जो basics थे, जो हमारे को हमारे नानी दादी सिखाए आ रहे थे, ऐसे ही वही सही थे. This is our call nowadays. We need to see. I always say कि इंडिया जो एडवांस कर रहा है in every sphere, we need to budget, account for in every project, in every intervention, that percentage for sustainability. आज के दिन में buildings, we talk about GREA rated buildings, आप green buildings बना रहे हैं. Why? Power आप solar चाह रहे हैं, rain water harvesting करना चाह रहे हैं. So that the amount of water that we're taking out, we need to give it back to the earth also. Our future generations are not going to have water. Let me tell you very clearly, जिस रेट पे हम जा रहे हैं, गाजियाबाद में 330 फीट की बोरिंग भी फेल हो रही है. 10 years hence, if we do not act now, 10 years hence, Noida, Ghaziabad में surface water, Ganga Jal is also so limited. Only 1/5 of our water supply in a city like Ghaziabad is dependent on Ganga Jal. For everything else, we're dependent on underground water. If we do not do rainwater harvesting, if we do not do conservation of rainwater, if we do not promote tertiary treatment and use of water, it will be difficult for us and our future generations to live in cities like Delhi NCR, Ghaziabad, Noida, Gurgaon, Faridabad, Delhi. So this is a wake-up call for us, but of course I don't want to sermonize because दो speakers ने लगातार बहुत sermonizing कर दिया है, and anyway I don't know मेरी एज के व्यक्ति को sermonizing आप लोग कितना seriously लेंगे, but I can tell you that all of this is based on my 1.5 years of experience as municipal commissioner, and the time to wake up is now, to have a healthy lifestyle for our future generations, for us, to leave something for our future generations and promote sustainability. So, आप इसको call समझिए, आप इसको, I'm sure ma'am will put in some more data and some more research that she would have done. But I only hope that together, like various abhiyans, Swachhta, Eat Right, जन भागीदारी, जल संचय, जितने हमारे calls हैं, plantation, अभी we are about to launch a project called Green Lungs of Ghaziabad. हमने ये मुहिम चलाई है कि जहाँ-जहाँ हमें खाली स्पेस मिल रही है, हम वहाँ पे वृक्षारोपण कर दें. तो we'll create some green spaces. What we are also doing is, right now we've taken satellite data not from Google but from a trusted private satellite where we're doing urban heat mapping. What is the latest challenge that is happening? Urban heat island effect. हम इस लेवल तक जाना चाह रहे हैं कि शहर में किस-किस जगह पे हीट इम्पैक्ट ज़्यादा है, and वहाँ पे हम citizens को क्या दे सकते हैं. So that is of course the future, and there is of course a lot of things which we plan on paper and धरातल पर उतरते थोड़ा dilute होती हैं, and that is where your role comes in. That is where you have to assist the government, stand with us and move forward for a better future. Thank you very much, and thank you for bearing with me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sensitizing us with numerous aspects related to sustainability, health and happiness, and also sharing with us numerous initiatives which have been undertaken in Ghaziabad under your able leadership. We are confident that with you at the head of affairs, Ghaziabad would be achieving many more milestones in the years to come. Thank you so much once again. Can we have a round of applause for our chief guest for today, Mr. Malik. We also humbly request you, sir, to kindly felicitate the winners of a competition. It is Chanakya Business Simulation Games. So, if you could do the honors, sir. So, right. So, I'm calling out the names of the winners. The second runner, Sudeep Roy, Mr. Sushil Kumar Singh, and Varun Anand. So, can we have the moment close on the dais, please? Can we have a round of applause for all the winners? So we are joined by the team from GHAZIABAD Institute of Management. Round of applause for all the winners, please. The winners of Chanakya Business Simulation Games. Congratulations to all the winners. Both our guests for the answer for being with us today.
मलिक साहब को जाना था, उनकी कॉल आ गई थी प्रोटोकॉल के तहत सीएम के लिए, तो यस टू गो। हमने थोड़ा सा प्रोग्राम को चेंज किया एंड आई एम रियली ग्रेटफुल फॉर डॉक्टर उमा सिंह, उनसे परमिशन लेके हमने चेंज किया। प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर उमा सिंह इज ए सीनियर टेक्निकल डायरेक्टर इन यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ Manitoba. She is an academician with passion to work for women's health, including health, maternal health, and genital cancer in women. Having worked in a tertiary care hospital for over 4 decades, she has vast experience in clinical management for women and gynecological problems. She has done her MBBS, MS from GR Medical College, Gwalior, WHO Fellowship in Gynecological Oncology from Brigham and Women Hospital, Harvard Medical School, Boston, USA, advanced course in medical education of MCI CMC Ludhiana, and fellowship in Indian medical education from KGMU Lucknow. She has about 100 research publications in national and international journals and has 7 publications to her credit, apart from more than 80 invited scientific presentations at different platforms. उमा जी, मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि गाजियाबाद में कई NGOs हैं जो सर्वाइकल कैंसर के ऊपर काफ़ी बड़े लेवल पे प्रोग्राम कर रही हैं। केवल प्रोग्राम नहीं कर रही, और बल्कि जितने भी गर्ल्स स्कूल्स हैं उसमें 12 साल से और 18 साल तक की जो लड़कियाँ हैं उनको फ्री वैक्सीनेशन, जो 2 वैक्सीनेशंस होती हैं वो फ्री प्रोवाइड कर रही हैं। और उसमें डॉक्टर मधु गुप्ता का बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट रोल है। आप विनय गुप्ता जी की वाइफ हैं, शी इज़ ए डॉक्टर, एंड इन द करंट ईयर एंड द नेक्स्ट ईयर वी हैव ए वेरी बिग प्लान फॉर दिस प्रोजेक्ट। और जो भी होगा हम उम्मीद करेंगे कि अगर हमें आपकी भी हेल्प की आवश्यकता हुई, बिकॉज यू आर ऑल्सो इन द सेम फील्ड, तो हम आपकी मदद लेंगे। अब मैं आपसे गुजारिश करूँगा कि आप प्लीज़ आएँ और हमारे जितने भी आज यहाँ मेहमान हैं।
गाजियाबाद मैनेजमेंट एसोसिएशन के सभी मेंबर्स को गुड आफ्टरनून, नमस्कार। थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर अग्रवाल एंड ऑफ कोर्स डॉक्टर मधु for giving me this opportunity to be here। and सच कहूँ तो इस सेशन के पहले तक के सेशन में I was feeling like a fish from a different kind of waters, not even salty, not even something so different. I was feeling so different sitting here that I was wondering as to what am I going to convey when I sit here। Thankfully इस सेशन को मॉडरेट करने के लिए मिस्टर झारिया आपने जो एक उसको कंटिन्यूटी और फ्लो दिया, एंड ऑफ कोर्स मिस्टर मलिक ने जिस तरह का एक टर्न दिया, आई फील एटलीस्ट व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू स्पीक इज गोइंग टू बी रिलेवेंट। आई विल नॉट कीप यू अवे फ्रॉम लंच फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम होपफुली, बिकॉज कभी कभी बोलते बोलते स्पीकर जो होता है वो थोड़ा सा बहक जाता है, वो अंदाज नहीं लगा पाता है। आई विश आई हैड अ टाइमर समवेयर, आई वुड हैव मैनेज्ड इट डेफिनेटली वेल। Well, I'm going to talk about, as the session says, about the happiness and health for better tomorrow. Okay. Now, दुनिया की रेस में there is a struggle to be successful, there is a struggle to be having well-being, there is a struggle to remain healthy, there is a struggle ultimately to be happy. And in that struggle, I think if somebody like Dalai Lama has spoken, we accepted that for happiness, being healthy is the most important thing. Well, sometimes we feel Dalai Lama ने कहा है, इसलिए वो तो कहेंगे ही कि happiness और health का क्या रिश्ता है. लेकिन I think इस व्यक्ति को तो आप सब तो बहुत अच्छे से ही पहचानते होंगे. He's Steve Jobs. We all know how अगर कोई successful बनने की एक ultimate पायदान के लिए बात करता है, तो I think this person sets an example always. But probably you all also know that when he was on his deathbed, unfortunately he suffered from pancreatic cancer, and when he was on deathbed, in his multiple reflections, one very important relevant was that true happiness and fulfillment come from cherishing relationships, living a healthy life, and not solely focusing on material possessions. I think ये व्यक्ति अगर ये कहता है, it is important. हर एक ने ये सोचा है every time that material wealth is important for remaining happy. But when he says, it does give us also that warning bell that for happiness you need many more things, not beyond, much before that, and one of them is remaining healthy. Well, how does remaining happy lead to a good health? It is vice versa. If you remain happy, you can remain healthier also, because happier people always are having less anxiety. It leads to much less problems, and your health can be improved. Now, in this today's session, I am not actually going to cover the advancements in the health which can make as such country proud and healthy, as such medical professionals to be happy by saying हमारे देश में बहुत advancements हो रहे हैं, we are very happy. No, I am taking you back, like Mr. Malik also mentioned and Mr. Acharya also mentioned, that what aspects of health actually can make you happy. So I am very fleetingly going to touch those aspects of health which can ultimately give you that happiness. And for that, I would cover fleetingly social health, spiritual health, preventive health, and mental health, which ultimately contribute to your happiness, and how just by remaining and understanding why when we say you are healthy, or when you say that you want to remain healthy, it definitely does not mean that only remaining disease-free is healthy. It is much beyond that. It is not just claiming that I have not been admitted to a hospital till now, so I am healthy. No, it is much more than that. And we'll just cover that very briefly. So first aspect is social health. I think it is after decades and decades of running after material health, we have realized that social health is important. And what do we mean by social health? We mean by social health, on one hand we know our rights, and I think in earlier talks also there has been reference about knowing about your rights. For this I would just mention that yes, right to health care and health protection is there in our constitution, but we all must also remember what are the expectations. As a social being, our expectations are much beyond. We need security, we need feeling of being wanted, we need affection from somewhere, we need understanding, acceptance, empathy, communication, recognition. All these are the expectations which add social health always gives you that quantum of happiness. And beyond doubt, researchers have also shown that social health give you that extra tip over your physical health also. Spiritual health is another component of lately we have started incorporating, and for better tomorrow, a time would come that spiritual health needs to be incorporated at all levels. It should go into schooling, it should go into college education, it should be a very, very important part of management. I think I would emphasize again, important part of management, because management just does not only mean managing a factory or managing an institution. Management also means managing the people who are working for that institution. And for that, somewhere this social health. There was an era at our place when 3 generations back, everybody was spiritually connected. Now is the time spiritualism has to be taught. And who better to give an example? Our past president. As human being, you have to incorporate spiritual health along with material health, because otherwise we are going to be lost. And remember, spirituality does not mean just going to temples and ringing the bells or giving azan or eating the candle wax in church, but it simply means that our whole body, mind and soul come in harmony. And I hope this is added upon by gratitude. I suppose the management at one stage also teaches everyone, incorporate that gratitude component in your health and you would be definitely a better person. I would touch upon preventive health because remember, we did a lot of advancements in curative health. But the world is coming back. West is coming back. We of course knew it, but somehow we forgot it. Over about 7-8 decades, preventive health is what is going to make importance and the bigger dent. Preventive health does not mean simply knowing your hemoglobin and blood group and other things, but preventive health is understanding your body, understanding what can prevent diseases. It may be simply nutritional status. And I would touch upon vaccination always because I'll just now touch on that. So preventive health is what? Just taking care of nutritional stress status and all those can really go a long way. Time has come when we have to work for preventive health. I wish our country also starts going, every individual starts learning what is preventive health. We would not need that curative health to quite some extent. It is said that 75% of diseases can be prevented if you just take care of preventive health. We cannot go in details about those today, but we have to move from curative health to preventive health to reach that happiness levels. Of course, preventive health, we know, can be done by various things. Of these, many things we all know, but I would just pause a little bit about vaccination. Remember, almost 5 to 6 decades, health has been managed well because of vaccinations. We have had certain new vaccines being introduced. Unfortunately, due to some personal reasons or some stigmas, vaccinations have received, unfortunate dents off and on. Remember, as educated society, we must believe on researches, we must believe on science and believe on vaccinations. I would not name the vaccinations, but vaccinations are the stronghold of science advancement. We as educated society must believe on that. A little bit about exercises. All of us know exercises are good for us. It's a very important tool of preventive health. We always have excuses not to do exercises. Please, dear friends, small and young and old, for everybody, exercise is important. And how can I stand here as a gynecologist, being invited by Dr. Madhu Gupta, with the background knowing that GMA is associated with cancer cervix. Please work for the women of your family, your society, your country, because somehow nation still has not been able to take the initiative for universal immunization against this cervical cancer for women of our country. But you all can do it. Just immunize your girls, take your family, take your women, wives and daughters ahead, and please eradicate this cervical cancer from the society. Of course, good habits for food, all must be incorporated. If I take the name, then everybody would start looking backside, so I will not do. But the only thing I'll say is, please do not run after the fads, the crash diets, the intermittent fasting. I tell you, they come, they stay for just a year or two, and after that the disadvantages start appearing. So many people have damaged their kidneys by just eating on proteins. So many people have damaged their systems by avoiding carbs, a balanced diet. वो अपने माँ के घर की थाली जो होती थी, वो सच में बेस्ट होती है. Please उससे मत भागिए. One must eat to live and not live to eat, even though that spread is not going to recommend that. You are going to gorge about that. And just few seconds on mental health. I think the world has realized, we all should realize, and sitting in corporate management sectors, I think who knows it better than mental health? Probably you did hear that an intern in medical field is a boy or a girl of just 25 years or something like that, died of heart disease in Lucknow in a reputed RML institute. Why? Because it is the stress which is causing problem now, adding on to problems. Your mental health is priority. Please do not run after anything else. Your corporation, your institute can work well, but your mental health is what is going to take you forward. It is your priority. But there is a spectrum of mental health problems now. Some of them are recognized till now. Some of them we don't even feel. If our son is not eating properly or is not paying attention to his friends, it is mental health. If our daughter is not concentrating in studies, it is mental health. If somebody is not able to sleep properly, it is mental health. There are a lot of things in mental health we have to realize, we have to understand. In a stressful world, please understand, control what you can, let go what you can't. Again remember, control what you can, let go what you can't. This is true for every strata, be it an organization, be it your home, be it your classroom, everywhere you can help. Please follow this. Of course, this is a wonderful picture. The middle one is the best. Throw your phone for some time in the day. If you can throw it in the lake, what the picture shows, it would be best. But if not in the lake, please throw it somewhere, at least for some time. If mothers can make that rule in the house, no phone on the dining table. If the father can make that rule in the house, no phone at certain hours in the day, it will be such a wonderful time. Thank you, dear friends. I would only not read all this. I would only say, a good health is the best gift for yourself. Why? Because if not tomorrow, in the twilight decades of 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s, it is only your health which is stand with you. No money, no bank balance, no relatives, no padosi, no institution, no organization. And actually, it is the best gift you can give to your children also. Just ponder on this. Thank you very much once again for inviting me. I'm so
I wanted to convey to Dr. Uma Singh that GHAZIABAD Management Association constantly driving the force on cervical cancer, and of course with the help of Dr. Madhu Gupta. In last year we have done 10 cervical reduction camp, and we do every month, and I think 6 or 7 cancer awareness session and 2 free vaccination camp so far. So I am very happy to announce this.
Including today's convention, then talking about health and you sharing with us the various perspectives, be it mental health, spiritual, social and preventive health. We are indeed honored to have you with us, and we now request you, ma'am, and all our dignitaries to kindly felicitate our sponsors and the winners of various competitions. So we are now immediately starting with the award ceremony. We'll be now giving the awards for best practices in process of improvement for sustainability. We request our dignitaries to kindly join us forward, sir. Yeah. We also request Dr. Dhandev Singh to kindly join us on the dais, please. Best practices in process of improvement for sustainability. The second runner-up goes to the team from ITCL, Mr. Abhishek Shekhar and Mr. Vikas Kumar. Can we have you on the dais, please? Yes, please. Congratulations. This is the second runner-up team from ITCL for best practices in process of improvement for sustainability. Can we have a round of applause for them? And now we have team HGTL comprising of Manvi Salar, Ashwini Kumar, SPRL, Mr. Sujit Sharan, Mr. Sachin and Mr. Atul Sharma. Kindly join us near the dais, please. And Mr. Atul. This award was for best practices in process of improvement for sustainability. Next up, we have the School Badminton Tournament. Champion award goes to Pranav Jain and Karnav Rajput. Can we have you both near the dais, please? Okay, here come. Great. Little champion, I must say. Pranav Jain and Karnav.
And he conducted a badminton tournament and he is a champion.
Next up, we are having contribution and case study on sustainability practices and challenges in industrial area. We'll be having the team from GHAZIABAD Institute of Management. I request the team to kindly join us on the dais, please. Dr. Nitish Srivastava, singer Ms. Astha Sharma, Anupam Garg and Riya Singh. Can we have you near the dais, please? Okay, can we have a round of applause for team GHAZIABAD Institute of Management? Congratulations. Next up, we are having for this wonderful team from Ajay Kumar Garg Institute of Management. So this one is for the trade. Congratulations. And it is our moment to express our gratitude. So, one is that you can remain over here. We are starting with you. Ajay Kumar Garg Institute of Management, gold sponsor. Can we have a round of applause? This is for the sponsor. Next up, we are having Institute of Management Studies. So, can we have the team on the dais, please? I am Ms. GHAZIABAD with us today.
I nominated myself. I'm also from GHAZIABAD.
Next up, we are having gold sponsors, Sriram Crystals and Drinks Limited. Can we have and Drinks Limited as the silver sponsors for today's event. Can we have them up on the dais, please? APK identification. APK identification. Followed by content sponsor for today's event. Continental Carbon India Limited, silver sponsors. Followed by Dabur India Limited. Thank you, sir. So this is Team Continental Carbon India Limited, silver sponsors. Followed by Dabur India Limited, silver limited. We are having diagnostic automations and controls as the silver sponsors and controls. GHAZIABAD Precision Products Limited, silver sponsors. GPPL, GHAZIABAD Precision Products Limited. And then we are having Micromatic Grinding Technologies Limited. We request the team Micromatic Grinding to kindly please join us near the dais, please. Congratulations, support of our sponsors. Micromatic Grinding Technologies Limited and Rajkumar Goyal Institute of Technology, the silver sponsors. And we've received significant contribution from International Tobacco Company. Significant contribution from International Metal Oils, again significant contribution. Momentum on behalf of GHAZIABAD Oils.
ऐसे हैं जो पार्वती अनाउंस है। One is Mr. Anand Kumar, Mr. Anand GMA. And then Dr. Aurora Hassan for making the event.
Madras. He also holds an MBA from IGNOU, and Mr. Agarwal began his career in Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Bengaluru, and went on to serve in reputed organizations like Bajaj Auto Limited and Shriram Pistons and Drinks Limited. In his last corporate role, he served as Executive Vice President at Air India Limited. He is not just a builder of systems, but also of standards, and has established world-class manufacturing practices, achieving excellence awards and being a certified lead auditor for ISO 9001 and 4501. So, a round of applause for sir. Now, propose the final programs.
एक अवार्ड और रह गया आईमा से डॉक्टर प्रवीण दास। डॉक्टर प्रवीण दास is present. And you will set it. Lunches. I would like to invite Dr. Uma Singh for honoring her.
We request. So somebody just mentioned to me
of this association, Rahul Agarwal ji, बिना इनको एक्नॉलेज किए हुए, बिना इनको मोमेंटो देके और सम्मान दिए हुए ये कन्वेंशन खत्म नहीं हो सकती। तो आई रिक्वेस्ट एस.के. तिवारी जी to please give a memento to Rahul Agarwal ji.
Respected CA Dr. Rakesh Sharia, Session Chair, Professor Dr. Umar Singh, distinguished speaker, our President GMA, Mr. S.K. Tiwari, Senior Vice President, Dr. T.R. Pandey, our Honorary Treasurer, Mr. Shailendra Singh, GCEC members, and all the guests who are present here. Thank you all. It's both an honor and a privilege for me to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing committee of GHAZIABAD Badminton Association at the conclusion of this inspiring and forward-looking GHAZIABAD Badminton Convention. The theme, Embracing Future, India Together, is more than just a topic. It's a call to action, where all my speakers told us that today GHAZIABAD Badminton Association has to charter his program for taking action. And today we have collectively taken the meaningful steps towards a future. Through thought-provoking speeches, dynamic discussion, rich exchange of ideas, we have reflected on the challenge and, more importantly, the opportunities that lie ahead of our nation. First and foremost, I express my heartfelt thanks to the Chief Guest of Mr. Vikramaditya Singh Malik, who has found time out of his busy schedule. I thank all the speakers whose words have not enlightened us but also energized us with the vision of progressive, inclusive and innovative driven India. You have helped bridge the gap between the ideas and implementations, and for that we are truly grateful. To all the delegates, industry leaders, academicians and students, thank you all for your active participation. Your presence has added great value to this convention, and your enthusiasm gives us hope that the future we envision is indeed within reach. A sincere thanks to our gold and silver sponsors and partners whose support has been instrumental in making this event reality. I congratulate and thank all the awardees for various competitions conducted throughout the year. I would also like to mention the major contribution by GL Bajaj and AKGIM teams for conducting the research on sustainability. And as I mentioned earlier, that GMA is taking a next research on gender diversity. To the organizing committee and volunteers, your tireless effort behind the scene made everything run very smooth, and for that you deserve our deepest appreciation. Yes, and of course, you, the delegates and the audience, need special mention because without you all, there could not have been any convention. I hope you would have found convention very meaningful and fruitful. I am sincerely indebted to you all for your presence, which has been very, very motivating. My special thanks to our event manager, Mr. Siddharth Srivastava, and Mr. Atish, if he is there, he can raise his hand, who have worked tirelessly to make all these slides, printed material and the souvenir. My special thanks to Ms. Parul Agarwal for comparing the event, and cannot miss thanking Mr. Anand Kumar, Assistant in GMA Secretariat, a single-man army for staying steadfast at all hours. How so far hard and working for smooth conduct the convention, Mr. Anand Kumar. In the end, I wish to thank the management and staff of the hotel who provided continuous service to the convention. Finally, let's carry the spirit of this convention forward, not just in words, but in our actions. let's embrace the changes, foster innovations, work together towards a future where India stands strong, not just economically, but also socially, ethically, and environmentally. Thank you all once again. I wish you all the continued success and purpose in your journey ahead. Please. Dr. Prabir Das gives us continuous support from IMA to GMA. Please give a